What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Like I said in the last video, we've been doing a lot of stuff, not so much fully like on camera. One of the things is happens to be right here. As you can see, we've got our powder coating oven going up. I mean, it's quite dark in here, but it's also quite the oven. This is one of the things I wanted to do forever. As you can see, the front's not fully done yet. It's just tacked together at the moment. But the frame is up, the ceiling's on, that whole nine. But our powder coating oven is going up. We've been working on building that just so we could do everything like in-house and get that stuff done, because the small oven can't do full lift kits and all that stuff anyway. So we're working on that. You'll see that in action sooner than later. Also, that truck you saw in the last video, we finally finished up color matching the rest of all the stuff here. Two-tone accent with the red, white bumper plastics, tailgate handle, bumper steps, GMC logo, flares, mirrors, and then he wanted a red grill. And when I said that, I said, oh, well, just the red grill to match the suspension. This is the closest we could find to match lollipop red. It's actually a Mack dump truck color, but this is the closest we found to match that lollipop red, so that's gonna look stellar. Oh yeah, if you're gonna do a red grill, the red suspension, the red wheels, you gotta pull it together other ways. So bumper steps, fog light rings, trailer plug, the little piece in the bumper, tow hook holes, and on top of that, it's gonna make it look like not every single other white truck on the road, because every white truck does all of this and all of that and all the pieces we already shot in complete white, and it's just gonna look the same. So that's really gonna set it off, especially with the red wheels. So we actually gotta load all of these pieces up. This is the rest of it. All the other stuff's already over there that we shot. Front bumper, those plastics, all that. We gotta get this assembled today, but while we are here, it's time for the pink truck. We are gonna bust open that headlight one more time, get that strip to actually sit, and then we're going to also I'm gonna add some more rubber in there because we've opened it twice now. So reseal the headlight, close it, and that front end can go together. The track bar bolt can go in, and if we're feeling frisky today, we might be able to get the glass in that truck. So I'm super thrilled. Let's get busy, I guess, and hopefully get somewhere on this pink truck, because I'm trying to finish that out by the end of this year so we can do Bronco, Jeep, first gen, all in the beginning of next year. And yeah, there's just a lot going on, but we'll make it happen. somewhere.
He's like, ooh, that's shitty.
Sick.
Yeah.
You know what it is, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Them there. can see, we're getting closer and closer to this thing being complete. I'll talk about all what we just did in a minute, but obviously that's a 99 7.3 POWERSTROKE over there. But if you want to see something actually crazier, look at this POWERSTROKE right here. It's actually you know, it's a stick. I don't know if it's a ZF5 or 6. Regardless, what's more impressive about this thing here is look underneath. This is obviously all original, all factory. Look at how clean this is. You could literally eat off this frame. It's really, really impressive. Even up here, this is nuts. This is all original, Nothing, you know, nothing replaced, nothing done. Look at the rockers, the cab corners. This is truly amazing. But we made a lot of progress today on this thing, and I know a lot of you want to see this done, and you guys are kind of getting the picture, but not the full one yet. Because like I said, there's a lot of surprises that you still don't know about, which you won't know about until the final reveal video for this thing. But all in all, tomorrow we're gonna come in here, finish up a lot of the other random extra stuff. Got to get the wipers in, got to screw the valance back down. We're gonna get the mirrors on, glass in, all this weather stripping in. That's the plan. Audio is almost done in there. Got to do the bed liner, not tomorrow, but after. That's the plan, is like cab up, finish everything, and maybe even tackle the rock lights on this thing. That would be ideal. Put these rails on after I re-clear this, get a second layer clear on that, and then once it's all re-cleared, we can put the rear bumper and the hitch and the tail lights in, and then that's pretty much it for this. So we're almost there. I don't know how, there might be one, maybe two more videos on this guy max. I know it's actually not been that long of a process. Especially with everything that happened in the last couple months and all the other stuff that we've got about 3 or 4 months in this guy, and that's like on and off, working on it here, touching this, doing that. So this probably would have been a lot faster if we had nothing else to do on the schedule. But what you saw today is obviously we got the headlight resealed. I'll turn these on for you guys really quick. Here's the headlights, obviously white cab lights. The mirrors, the Boost Auto Parts mirrors will be white. Rock lights will be white, and then these are just 5000K LED bulbs. Headlights, the lenses need cleaned. 5000K LED bulbs. Same thing here. Side markers all white, and then down here we got switchback LEDs. The strip switch back as well from profile pivot. But yeah, that's pretty freaking sweet. I love that. These headlights are stupid bright, but those are sweet. These strips are absolutely nuts. And what you also saw today is we actually came in here and rewired these. Let's see, as you can see, Kenwood radio fires up. Just got to finish up a couple things, run the RCAs. But let's shut these off. But these profile strips, whether you're, forget it just being on this. They fit perfectly in the Ford headlights. That's why we did this. And they look really good because obviously old trucks don't really have daytime running lights. So gave it the daytime running light look, just like all the new trucks. I guess I could show you this while I'm warming my truck up here. Was like that concept there, just like the Morimoto's on there. Give you the 2 running strips. Same thing with the bumper, road armor lights, but that concept on a 99, which looks really freaking sweet. So obviously we wired that to the key. On these old trucks, there's very few wires, so the easiest way, fuse box, add a circuit, switched ignition, and we ran these to it. So obviously when the key goes on, or the truck's, well, mostly when the truck starts, that's what I was looking for. When the truck starts, or the key's on, just like that truck, the running lights turn on, which is honestly awesome. Really love how these came out, especially with all the lights on. So obviously we turn the headlights back on. White cab lights, can't wait to see this with the mirrors, but doing that and coming back, all white front end off those polished wheels. This thing is clean. I can't wait to finish the rest of it up and show you guys the little secrets, additions, and little touches that is going to just pull this thing completely together. So that looks really good. Thrilled with how those came out. Both of this, all this in here, way brighter than those Recon cab lights. So that kind of sucks, but also not complaining. They're white, they're good. This thing didn't come with OEM cab lights. Somebody drilled them in this truck's past, and I just replaced them with the white Recons because that was the easiest thing to do. So as you can see here, check the clearance. This is a 36 1450 on a 26 by 14. On this, we still need to do a slight alignment because the tie rod, I replaced everything in this front end as well. Whenever I like build or do something or lift old vehicles, like if you guys remember my Tahoe, I completely rebuilt the front end, new rack in that, new hubs, new ball joints. I did it all in that Tahoe, because old vehicles, as soon as you take something out of its, you know, 100,000, 200,000, you know, 40, 50, 70,000 mile alignment. So, you know, just say U-joints and stuff have been riding like this for 70,000, 100, 200, whatever thousand miles. And as soon as you, they don't like that. And I did the same thing on my my first truck, which was actually similar to this. It was a crew cab short bed, black 5.4, and it had 109,000 miles on it when I bought it. But I lifted it just 4 inches too. As soon as I lifted it, day later, U-joints in the drive shaft were screaming. So I had to get all those replaced and all that. So like I said, when you do stuff, like I said, I guarantee the ones in this drive shaft may or may not go. So we'll see. This thing's been lifted for a minute, so we may be good just lifting it 2 extra inches or 3. I don't know if it's at a 3 or 4 on it, but lifting it a couple more inches, we may be good. Carrier bearing does need some attention, so we may tackle that at some point. But like I said, replace everything in the front end, so it does need a little bit of an alignment. For the bumper, all the factory bolts, when I got the bumper and the brackets, I had to cut them off because they all rusted in there. So everything's replaced with grade 8 hardware. In there, as you saw, everything's grade 8. And on top of that, all of the bolts are the same size now. So that one down here, I don't know if you can see that, but that one down there was a smaller bolt, and then the one that goes up here to the side bracket was also a smaller bolt. Now, when you're running stuff like this in the front axle with the leafs, it kicks it a little bit forward, as you can see how the shocks are with the, you know, the lift. It kicks it a little bit forward. This right here, I can tell you right now, as you can see, this truck, it looks clean, it looks assembled, but I'm going to tell you right now, this bumper is spaced out. Spacing it out to me just a little bit. As you look at how much it's actually spaced out, so this bumper should technically come in here and clear and cover this, but I spaced it out just a little bit. If we need to, we'll come in here and trim this, so that's gone, but the fender liner will come in here. But if we need to trim this, we will, or if it really sticks out after the fender liner's in there. But doing that and spacing this out gives us that clearance we need. And as you can see, the little tire nipples are hitting the bumper here. So we got clearance, not much, but full lock here, yeah, it's pretty tight. So obviously any bit out or not a full lock turn, we're clearing. Not only are we clearing in the front here, when you steer, it's about the same clearance back here on the rear as it is to that front bumper. But the same thing over here, it's spaced out, looks absolutely normal. What we did, spare bolts and parts bin. I believe these are diff drops for a Tundra, a Silverado or something. I don't know. But these billet spacers, same thing with the front brackets here. These factory bolts, they just weren't going to be long enough. That came with the bracket, so obviously you space it out, plus the bumper bracket, plus the nut, they weren't going to be long enough. So I said, that's not going to work if I'm trying to space it. So got, again, grade 8 bolts, and got this thing spaced out perfectly. If I need to, I could come and literally just shave the bottom of this bumper, but I'm gonna try and keep all the paint intact and just maybe stay away from a full lock turn till the tires wear down, because you know, when this thing's at like 3/4 tread, we got more than enough clearance to even go over a bump and make it work at full lock. But getting this thing full lock with this old 7.3 steering, and that, you know, if you guys have a 7.3 or one of these Fords, you know how that steering is so tight that getting this thing full lock anyway is going to be a chore. So I don't even think that'll be an issue. So that little bit of spacing helped us out just tremendously. And we don't got to hack up the front bumper, because that's the one thing I don't like doing. That's why I'm going to put a leveling kit on this, so it cleared and I didn't have to worry about it. But because that leveling kit was not going to work, doing that little bit of spacing helps. You know, it's clean. I don't got to worry about it. I don't got to chop anything. I don't got to cut anything. And truck's literally Perfect. Yeah, guys, it's been kind of a ride, but not... sorry, this is in the way. It's a little tight in here right now, but it's been kind of a ride with this unit, and we're almost there. And if you guys are just looking at it the way it sits right now, this looks really, really good. And obviously it looks funny because there's no mirrors, no wipers, and some other things. But the way she sits, it looks really, really good.